Ahsoka Episode 3 is here after the longest week of my life, and I think that this space battle episode actually gave away way more information than we all might think, especially regarding Thrawn. So, what's up everyone, and welcome back to Jones Vibes. Hit the like button if you like Jedis in space, and let's jump in. And so first of all, I just kind of want to give my broad review of the episode, and once again, this show just continues to blow me away. It had a bit of a shorter runtime this week, so going into it, I was a little bit nervous just that it was going to be so quick and we just weren't going to get enough. But although it was short, it ended up being kind of the opposite. I was excited that we got some really good Hera action. I felt like we saw her in the first two episodes, but maybe not enough. We were introduced to her son in live action, Jason, which was really cool. I honestly wasn't even sure if they were going to show him in this season. You would figure that they would, but I just wasn't sure. But I'm happy they did. I feel like he could end up being a really key piece in the future, but we'll see. But then we got to see Chancellor Mothma, and you could tell that Genevieve O'Reilly was playing it a bit more stoic compared to where she is during the events of Andor. We're seeing a much more evolved Mon Mothma. But then on the other side of things, I really loved the training stuff between Ahsoka and Sabine. Kevin Kiner provided this samurai-esque background score that was really adding to the vibe, and you had kind of this kung fu feeling.
Rough night, huh? Everybody's kung fu fighting.
It was just really unique. And I also think it's funny that Hugh Yang is just another character on this show. It's very Star Wars, you know, R2 and 3PO specifically was always around, like always had something to say, and it just seems like Hugh Yang is just taking that place in this show, and it's beautiful. But I have to say that I was just really impressed by this 20-minute space battle that we got. That was insane. I feel like we haven't seen an extended space scene like that since maybe the opening of Revenge of the Sith, maybe, or I guess the beginning of The Last Jedi with Poe. I don't know, but it was epic. You know, Shin Hati ruled as always, and just the ins and outs of the battle were something straight out of the prequel trilogy or even the original trilogy. It's called Star Wars, and it takes place in space, and oftentimes I feel like we just don't spend that much time out there. So I thought that was pretty fun. But the main thing that we should talk about is Ahsoka literally going out into space on the side of a ship with a lightsaber and taking on three, like, enemy cruisers. That was just like, what? That was one of the most badass things I think I've ever seen in Star Wars. No joke. I don't know. Like, good God. It was so crazy. Maybe I'm alone in that opinion. I don't know. Please let me know what you thought about it. It just blew me away. I was just like, what is happening? But they fly through some Purgle and land in the forest of Cetos, and the cherry blossom vibe of this planet fits that samurai energy. It's so cool. And then it ends kind of abruptly with Baylan being like, hunt them down now. And so it leaves you immediately after going, where is this all heading? Well, we know it's Thrawn, and now we know that the structure that Morgan is building is like a hyperspace transport that jumps galaxies using the same lanes that the Purgle do. And so now we literally know that there are lanes that are going to take us outside of our known galaxy. That's crazy. And Thrawn has been communicating with Morgan. And so the question is, what's waiting on the other side? Does Thrawn have an army at his disposal already over there? The plan is absolutely to get him, bring him back, and take over the known galaxy. I feel like I'm correct in assuming that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Is there going to be dark magic involved? Will we meet other Night Sisters? And also, how many others are involved in this plan? The senator that Hera is talking to earlier in the episode was very quick to deny aid to Hera and to Ahsoka to help in this. It's almost as if he knows something. There's a lot of remnants still out there from the Empire, and as we saw in Mando Season 3, and now we've already seen in the first two episodes of Ahsoka, they don't like this New Republic, and they're going to go where the power is. And look, out of this show and all of the projects that are building off of it, we already know where we're heading. We're heading towards the First Order. And that absolutely leads me to believe that we're gonna get some Easter eggs to the Knights of Ren, to Snoke, to Palpatine, whether it's in this series or down the road. That's where it's all heading. So whether or not we see any of that in this other galaxy, who knows? But the plan is becoming clearer and clearer. And it feels like if Ahsoka is going to stop it somehow in this season, she's going to need a lot more help. So yeah, episode 3, and there's a lot to think about there. I'll turn it over to you. Please let me know down in the comments what you thought about this episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please feel free to voice your opinion. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. You can follow me on X at Jones Vibes Only, and keep up the good vibes, guys. But Ahsoka Episode 3 is here, and may the Force be with us all.